Good, good. Hi, Caroline. Nice to see you.
Hi, Jeremiah.
So what we like to talk about today?
Well, I was yesterday. I went to my aunt's place to. We were watching a funeral online that was taking place in New Zealand. She's my aunt on my mother's side, and it was kind of an emotional evening because you're watching a funeral and it's all the way in New Zealand, and you're trying to pick your relatives out on the screen, that sort of thing. But actually, the other thing that happened was that she brings up my brother a lot, and I'm actually estranged from my brother. And I have severe anxiety, like PTSD, actually, because of things that have happened with my brother. And so she brings him up. She brought him up like quite a number of times during the evening, and she always brings him up as if he's an absolutely normal person. And so by the time I got home, I was like absolutely bent out of shape. Like, it makes me think that I want to be there for my aunt. Like, she's newly widowed, and I mean, she's the only New Zealand relative I have in Canada. But she just, I feel like I need, like, I don't know, a mental health day. Like today, I'm absolutely exhausted just from spending, well, it was partially the funeral, but it was mostly her just bringing up my brother all the time. I'm thinking of telling her that she can't talk about him with me.
Hmm. So you didn't really tell her how you're feeling about when she brought up your brother?
No, no, I just really fake it till I make it when I'm with her. Like, I feel
Hmm.
like most of my conversation with her is just fake. And I'll just, I just smile and I go, oh, yeah, nice, yeah, that's nice. But it's later on when I get home and I kind of process the things that she said, and that sense of it feels so unreal to me that I just can't stand her talking about him as if he's a normal functioning person when he's had done so much damage. It's crazy making. It makes me feel a little crazy.
Hmm. That's crazy. That's a definite word. Yeah. So like in one hand, you actually want to be there for your aunt and support her and comfort her, but then on the other hand, she's bringing up something from the past that's causing you lots of distress, and you just don't want to combine the two at all. And to your aunt, it kind of seems like she she's sort of indifferent about your brother, but then to you it's a major significance. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she does it intentionally. I don't think she does
Mm-hmm.
it to make me upset. Like, that's the one good thing, right? She's not doing it to be malicious, but the effects of it are are malicious in a sense. Like, her lack of insight or empathy in how what she how that she brings them up would have would be that, like, upsetting. I don't think she gets it. Maybe I'm faking it too. I should maybe I'm doing too good of a job faking my being comfortable, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's I guess your faking is sort of a way of just being there for your aunt, and it's just in a way you're kind of like ready to let go of some things bothering you just to give comfort to somebody who you consider as family, and that's quite commendable. But then it's coming at a major cost. And one thing I just want to ask is, does your aunt really know like the ramification of what your brother has done to you, what your brother did to you, like the effect he had on you? Does she know
I
about
think she
it?
does. I mean, I think
Mhm.
she does. I definitely have she's aware of the whole story and she knows what happened. Maybe her perception of it is, I think I've even told her I'm suffering from PTSD because of it.
Mhm.
So I'm pretty sure she does. I don't know. I sometimes I think she's just like incredibly stupid.
Yeah, yeah, you really have some really strong words around your aunt. It's like kind of imagine being in the same room with both of you, kind of conversations going on. And are you quite close with her? Are you really free around her?
No, actually I'm not. So that's the other
Mm.
thing about it is that she lost her husband about a year and a half ago, and I mean she was very centered on her husband and her stepsons, and then she had a son of her own, and so it wasn't like a very deep, authentic relationship to begin with. But now I'm finding that since she's lost her sister, my mother, she died, and then her husband died. I find her like reaching out to me more in the last year. And so she'll ask me over to do things, or um, she'll invite me to things, different events that are going on. And then I just get a sense that she's quite lonely. And she said, "Oh, it's so nice to have family close by." Like, I think she's sort of reinventing herself as an aunt to me. I get
Mm.
that sense that she would like to. Well, she came for Christmas for the first time ever. She spent Christmas with us. She's never done that before.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
it's like she wants to be closer.
Hmm. And how are you finding the closeness, like the your aunt reaching out? How are you finding that so far?
Really bad. Well, sometimes it's okay, like, but I just find that I don't cope well. Even hearing my brother's name is enough to. So it's like incredibly challenging, and because it was kind of an emotionally charged evening anyway, like watching this funeral, it was emotionally draining, and then
Mm.
she must have brought him up about 5 times, which I thought was like a lot, like a lot. That was a
Mm.
lot for me. Like that was too. That was so. Like I just then for me to process that, like I basically lost the night. Like
Mm.
it was I had trouble sleeping, and I just feel ungrounded now, like unhinged a bit.
Yeah, yeah, I can kind of see that sense of it's kind of like exhaustion plus frustration. It's combined, and but then it's still you still I I'm getting a sense that you're longing for the family closeness, but then those other things seems like it's gonna be coming up anytime you are around your aunt. And just how do you think you're gonna go about this, like to get that feeling out of the way? Like might be addressing your aunt about something, or how do you think you're gonna go about it?
Well, I just want to sort of recover first. Like, so
Mhm.
I'm going to have a really nice day. Like, I'm going for acupuncture later on today, and then it's sunny out. So I'll do some self care things.
Mhm.
But I'm actually thinking of saying to my aunt that I like spending time with her, but it would be really helpful for me if she didn't ever bring up my brother.
Mm.
Because I don't bring my brother up with her. Like, I never say, "Oh, have you seen him, or have
Yeah.
you?" like, but so she brought him up right away. Like I walked in and she's like, oh,